Testing 1, 2, 4, 3, 7. Oh, look at that. It all works. Well, I hope it does. Guess I'll find on the replay. One thing I hadn't thought of, but there's nothing to indicate as to whether this is actually recording until I play it back. Alright, not to worry. Just a topic that's been starting to become a little bit out of control. Facebook impersonators. Or people trying to pinch your ID. What's going on? They've got an outburst of it or something. Was it Christmas time? Everyone's sharing their IDs, or it's festive season for pinching IDs, or what's going on? And the reason I'm going to bring this up is I had and I'm going to bring this guy up, Ray Jordan, because about a week ago, 10 days ago, I got an application from Ray. Actually, let's just see how many people are calling themselves Ray today. I think the other bodgy disappeared. Yeah, the other bodgy disappeared because I had a request for friendship from a Ray Jordan with the same profile picture, and I went to click on it and I thought, hang on a minute, Ray should already be on my list. And I was very lucky because Ray and I have quite a bit to do with each other. On various issues, in particular advocating for independently accessible public transport. And so I knew a little bit about Ray's background and a bit about his Facebook site and everything. And when I checked this application to request for friendship, I checked back on their site and I thought, this don't look like Ray. So then I typed it up in this bar up here, and there's probably something for you all to get into the habit of doing. I typed Ray's name up in here, and like that, and I had two Rays. Both with the same pic. And at that point I sort of thought, something's not right here. So then took action to let Ray know that someone was impersonating him, and got onto a couple of the sites that I know Ray, a couple of the groups that Ray frequents, and put warnings in there for his friends and associates to make sure. So yeah, just make sure if you happen to know Ray, if you've got him on your friends list, that you've got the right bloke. And if you have a bit of a look here, I'm just going a little bit slow so you can try and see, and that's what his real site looks like, but judging by what the search we did just before, it would appear the other one's missing. But it's actually an issue, and it's really getting out of control, and I think we really need to start watching who we're adding. Now here's another one. I happen to know this woman. That was an original pic of hers when I first met her on Facebook, and this I think is her current one. This one is a friend of mine. She's on my friends list. These two, well, let's have a look. This one, yeah, we're friends. Okay, so let's try one of the others, see what happens. And it's really worth your while to be going through this pain. It's a bit of a painful. Well, here it says we're friends as well. Now, that's highly possible because, like I said, when I first met her, this was the pic that she was showing. So I don't know what she's using now as her current. October the 11th, September the 17th. So now I would sort of go a bit more and do a bit more homework on this, because now I'm sort of thinking, well, what have I got here? And I'm going to go back to this one and just see what we've got here. Well, this site's more active. 14 hours ago there was comments on here. Can't see any sign of Margaret actually talking on here. Back to November the 7th. But there's a couple on November the 7th here. Well, I'm not sure now. So I'm going to have to... Hey, Margaret, if you're watching this video, you might like to let me know which one is you. That'd be handy. I'm inclined to think this one might be. But yeah, and that's because I see a lot of people in here that I know. That's a fairly recent one. Maybe not that one, but there's some in here that are. Yeah, so see how careful you've got to be. See how important it is that we start to really watch who we're adding onto our list, because you'll finish up not knowing who you've got on your list. So let's have a look at this one. Margaret Bailey, respond to friend request. Now, to me, that straight away, that's pretty sus. Alright, it says we've only got 2 mutual friends. Well, I know Margaret and I have got more than that. Doesn't seem to be many friends here. So, joined Facebook on December the 7th. Well, that sort of tells me that this one here is probably not the real one. So I now need to somehow let Margaret know. Yeah, see, there's nothing there. So I would say that this one's the bodgy. Someone's set up a bodgy. And it's happening all over the place. I had this one come up to me the other day, asking for, see this here? Now, this is the girl I'm talking about. And once again, I'm going to have to check which. I think this is the original. That says add friend, so that's not quite right. So if I try this one, and that says that we're friends. So that one's the original, and the other one's an impersonator. So it's and this one sort of goes back further, goes back into a lot more history on here. So they're just a couple of things to look at. I think it's important. I find now that if I click on here and look to who wants to be friends, so there's that request from Margaret, right? A friend request. And even down here in some of these people you may know, there's some ones in there that I'm sort of thinking, well, I do know that person. How come they're not on my list? And I think it's just something that I wanted to bring to your attention. I actually had a friend mention it to me. He said to me, and some of you know Michael Merritt. How you going, Michael? Michael mentioned about how, especially after the Ray episode, and Michael mentioned that as I'm doing a lot of blogging lately, that I might like to do a video on this particular issue. And I thought, what a jolly good idea. All right, that's it. That's all I wanted to talk about. So, be aware, use this bar, do a bit of homework, make sure the people you're adding are the people you think they are. And I often just go in here, or not often, but on occasion, I actually do a bit of homework on myself to make sure that I'm the only person that thinks I'm me. Oh, that didn't work. What happened there? Just try that again. Alright, so I go in there to make sure I'm the only person that I think is me. That one nearly frightened me. I thought, what's going on down here? But so far, I'm still the only person that thinks they're me, which is great. And it's probably, it could be a good practice for you all to do as well. It's just a way to make sure no one's out there trying to pinch your good personality. And let's be honest, you do a lot of work. You do a lot of work to build, a friendship list on Facebook, and you do a lot of work to maintain those friends. So you really don't want some clown coming along and wrecking it all for you, because they could do a lot of damage to you and your list of friends. So I'll leave that with you, food for thought, and I imagine I'll be back before Christmas, but if not, you all have a great one. Pray that the Lord be with you and you have an awesome day, and don't get too fat with all the chocolates. And we'll talk to you again soon. All right, thank you for listening. Hope it's been useful. Have a great day.